that where there is a design, there is a designer. A being who is not like the creation, not like anything that you know of in this universe. One mastermind. And why do we say that he is only one? Because if there were many, you would never find such precision and unity. Because we know that people tend to disagree, beings tend to disagree. So it has to be one person. Aristotle said it best. He said that if the creator had a creator, and the creator had a creator, and a creator was there for that creator, this would be an infinite loop which was never end. And this would mean that something would never get created. If I was to say that I would need to go from here to that door, who is going to come with me? And someone says that I will come with you only if someone else comes with me too. And then that person says that I will come with you if somebody else comes with me. And this would go on and on and on, and we would not be able to get up from here to that door. So this loop of a creator having a creator having a creator is an infinite loop, and you would be lost there, which would mean that nothing would ever get created. But the truth is, we are created and we are all here. So, belief in God is logical. We know it through common sense. The greatest philosophers have told us the same thing. It is not blind, as many religions say that you have to believe it, it's a blind faith. You take it or leave it. That is because their ideologies cannot appeal to the logical mind. They say, this is how it is, and you take it or you leave it. You got to believe it or you don't believe it. But then if you look at it, this opens the doors for many, many areas of disbelief. Any one of you could even come up with an ideology and say, look, this is what I believe in, take it or leave it. I can't prove it with logic, I can't prove it with science, I cannot prove it with any kind of philosophy. This is the belief system, you take it or leave it. So this does not look like the work of a creator of all mankind. So belief in a God is something that is natural, something that is instinctive, and something that we have seen throughout time. Before Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, before Moses alayhi salam, all throughout time we have seen that people have believed in a higher being or a God. Even if you look at the most primitive of races, the Zulus, the Aborigines, even the Native Americans, they too, you can find in their cultures that they too have believed in a higher being. And Allah Ta'ala has mentioned in the Quran that we have sent a messenger to all races, to all nations. So now, when you look at things from a scientific point of view, we know that the creation of the earth is described by a theory known as the Big Bang theory. And the Big Bang theory states that the universe is constantly expanding, which we can observe. And at some point in time, when we start to rewind stuff back, we see that this all used to be one mass. All the universe used to be just one mass, which exploded, and then galaxies were formed, stars were formed, planets were formed, and they all started to go about their own orbits. And then life was also created on the planet Earth. This is the Big Bang theory. Yet, even if you look at the Big Bang theory, you can say that, okay, so what happened before this Big Bang? Because we know through science that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. You cannot create matter. You cannot create something out of nothing. So, the Big Bang theory takes us to the conclusion that whoever created, because we know Big Bang theory is a very logical and the most agreed upon theory that we have right now. That if this happened, some being must have put this matter in the first place and created the laws of physics that govern us today. It will only take you to that conclusion. The only opposing theory to the Big Bang theory, which was there for a while, was known as the steady state theory. And believe it or not, that theory too takes you to the conclusion that something can appear out of nothing. Meaning again that there could have been a higher being who created something out of nothing. So both the theories that are attributed to the creation of the universe take us to a being who was not bound by these laws of physics and who created this matter in the first place and set these laws of physics in motion. Fred Hoyle, one of the very noted scientists, mentioned that it would be as if a tornado came to a junkyard and assembled a Boeing 747 on its own. These are the chances of them saying that the life on this planet was created out of nothing, out of sheer chance and coincidence. These are the odds. That in a junkyard, a tornado came through and assembled from all the parts a luxury Boeing 747. These are the chances that many people believe that the life on planet Earth started out of just pure chance and coincidence. But what kind of logic is this? We today cannot even think about creating a fruit on our own. With all the science and technology and the great minds that we have, we could not even grow a single fruit on our own. That we take a can of Mirinda or Fanta and we plant it in the earth and many more grow together. We cannot create the concept of reproduction. I have a laptop and the laptop automatically reproduces itself. It's not possible. So with our technology and all of our science, we fail to even perform the most basic of functions that even a single cell bacteria can do. So if you look carefully enough all around you, you will see that the design is everywhere. Every snowflake is different from one another. Every grain of sand is unique. Every fingerprint is unique. Every retina is unique. The signs of the designer are everywhere. And everywhere you see them there, but yet many people do not recognize that this too must have been created by someone. If you look at it from a religious point of view, most people around the world and throughout time have believed in a God. That is a creator of the heavens and the earth. But oftentimes what they have done is that they have given to God qualities that are of created things or qualities of men. Or they have given to men qualities that are of God alone. So they have interchanged the roles oftentimes and distorted the belief in one unique creator. Why do they do this? Because of limited knowledge. Because of innovations in whatever was revealed to them. Then another thing that they also mention is that in order to contact the creator, he has to be contacted via a certain channel. That you cannot contact him directly. No, you can't do that. You have to contact the creator via a person, a saint, an idol, through some indirect means. Thereby implying that he is deficient or incapable of being contacted by mankind individually. An example is that even those who worship idols, they do not worship the idol per se. They use the idol through which they worship God or what they believe to be God. It is a channel or a means of contacting the Creator and asking Him for assistance. So the idols represent intermediaries between them and God. And a very common example that they often give is that if you need to talk to a king, you need to talk to the king's men first. That the king needs to be contacted via his men, via special channels, via priests or idols or saints. And this is a similar type of ideology that you find, for example, in Christianity, where you have a priest and you have a confession box. And you do not confess your sins to God directly, you need to confess them to a priest who will thereby say that, my child, you have now been forgiven. So there are intermediaries. Even among the Muslims, there are some deviated groups that do this kind of similar practice, whereby they say that contacting God directly is not allowed. You have to contact Him via certain channels. So they give God the same deficiencies that are present in man.